Sometimes, the smallest actions reveal the biggest truths. We often measure others without realizing we are being measured too. In a world where everyone wants fairness, few pause to ask are we truly fair ourselves. This is a story about honesty and the surprising weight of our own actions. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village surrounded by golden wheat fields and grazing cattle, there lived a humble farmer named Harun. He was known for his quiet nature and simple lifestyle. Every morning before sunrise, he would milk his cows, churn fresh butter, and prepare it carefully for sale in the nearby market. In the same village lived a baker named Karim. Karim was famous for his soft bread and sweet pastries. People lined up outside his bakery every morning. The warm smell of freshly baked bread drifted through the streets like an invitation no one could resist. For years, Harun sold butter to Karim. Their business seemed smooth. Karim needed butter for his bread and cakes, and Harun needed bread for his family. It was a simple exchange that kept both households running. But one day, something changed. Karim began to suspect that the butter he was receiving felt lighter than usual. Perhaps I am imagining things, he thought at first. But doubt, once planted, grows quickly. The next morning, after Harun delivered the butter, Karim placed it carefully on his weighing scale. His eyebrows tightened. The weight was less than what he had paid for. Anger flared inside him. I trusted him, Karim muttered. How dare he cheat me? Without confronting Harun, Karim stormed to the village court and filed a complaint. The village court was a simpler wooden bench under a large banyan tree where the wise judge, Judge Rahman, listened to disputes. The entire village gathered whenever a case was announced. News traveled fast. When Harun received the notice to appear in court, he was confused but calm. He had nothing to hide. On the day of the hearing, villagers gathered eagerly. Karim stood confidently, arms folded. Harun stood quietly, his hands rough from years of farm work. Judge Rahman cleared his throat. Karim, he began, state your complaint. Karim stepped forward dramatically. Your Honor, this farmer has been cheating me. I pay for 1 kilogram of butter, yet he gives me less. I weighed it myself. Murmur spread through the crowd. Judge Rahman turned to Harun. What do you say in your defense? Harun respectfully bowed. Your Honor, I am a simple farmer. I do not own fancy measuring devices, but I do have a scale. The judge leaned forward with curiosity. How then do you measure the butter? Harun spoke gently, his voice steady. Your Honor, long before Karim began buying butter from me, I used to buy bread from his bakery every day. I do not own weights, so I place the bread he sells me on one side of my scale and balance it with butter on the other side. I give him butter equal to the weight of the bread he sells me. silence. The wind seemed to pause. Judge Raman's expression changed from curiosity to understanding. So he said thoughtfully, "If the butter weighs less, it means the bread weighs less." A wave of realization passed through the crowd. Kareem's face turned pale. The very scale he used to accuse another had exposed his own dishonesty. Judge Rahman spoke firmly. In life, we often receive exactly what we give. If you cheat others, you may unknowingly cheat yourself. Kareem lowered his head in shame. His anger dissolved into embarrassment. After the court dismissed the case, Kareem approached Harun privately. "I am sorry," he said softly. "I accused you without understanding the truth." Harun smiled gently. "We all make mistakes. What matters is what we learn from them." From that day forward, Kareem changed. He began weighing his bread honestly. He even bought proper measuring weights for both himself and Harun. Their relationship grew stronger than before. Does as businessman and supplier, but as friends. And the villagers learned a lesson that day. Justice does not always shout. Sometimes it quietly balances itself. Because in life, what we give to others eventually finds its way back to us. For more meaningful stories, please like, share, and subscribe my channel, Rise Up.